Big Dreamers, Katie Reines, your registered dietitian, is here. It is 11:15 p.m. on Wednesday evening. What a day it has been. I'm really excited to tell you about today's topic. So today I really want to dive into why I cannot stand these food groups labeled protein, carbohydrates, and fat. These are three food groups that people throw around, like saying like, oh, this food is a protein, this food is a carbohydrate, this food is a fat. Sure, some highly processed foods are really 100% like isolated just protein, and like white sugar, yes, that's definitely like just carbs. However, most foods, especially the healthy ones, should fit into all three categories. And we say that they're like defined in a certain category based on the majority of what their macronutrient is. However, this gets really confusing and not very correct for especially when you're talking about protein and fat, because a lot of the protein sources that people call proteins are actually, if you plug it into MyFitnessPal or Chronometer, have more grams of fat than they do protein. So they should actually be called fats, but they're not. And I actually want to break down what carbohydrates are. So there's a lot of things that are labeled carbohydrates. You've got your white sugars, maple syrup, high fructose corn syrup, like seriously refined sugars, as well as starches like potatoes, purple potatoes, corn, carrots, grains like brown rice, quinoa, whole grain bread like wheat and pasta. Like all of these are carbohydrates, not to mention like all the different fruits like bananas, dates, berries, and vegetables like beans. There's so many kinds of carbohydrates. It's like really sad that we lump these all into one category, because obviously the carbohydrates that we get from kale and beans and quinoa are a lot different than the carbohydrates that we get from high fructose corn syrup and white sugar. You get it. So yeah, I just want to say that we're doing carbohydrates a disservice by labeling them all as the same thing and thinking that they act the same way on our bodies. Because obviously, yeah, if we're eating these refined processed carbohydrates, that means your white sugars, white bread. The whiter the bread, the sooner you're dead. I'm quoting Dr. Furman here. Whiter the bread, sooner you are dead. Go for whole grains. The closer that your food, the closer that it looks like to how it got picked from the tree, the healthier it is, the better it's going to be on your body. The better your body is going to be able to know how to digest it and handle it and assimilate it, etc., etc. So yeah, these refined carbohydrates, eating those is really going to cause a spike and then a crash in blood sugar. And this spike and crash is going to lead to fatigue, depression, a lot of issues as with your mood and focus, but mostly with energy. Like people, and it's important to like really eat whole foods. And when I say whole foods, that means definitely like beans. Like you're eating like the entire bean. You're eating, like you're eating quinoa, not white quinoa flour. Those are both going to react differently in your body. So eating the whole food is going to help provide a nice, sustained, calm energy. And whole foods contain all of the three food groups I mentioned earlier. Yes, did you know that kale has a lot of protein? It has carbs in it, and kale has omega-3 fatty acids. There's fat and protein and carbs in bananas, in apples. They all have protein. They all have these alive amino acids and enzymes. So all whole plant foods contain protein, okay? They all contain protein, all of them, as long as they're whole. But let's ask this. So an olive or olive oil, which one contains protein? olives do have protein. Olive oil is so stripped of everything, it's just liquid fat. There's really no protein in there. Does that make sense? So the more wholesome a food is, the more nutrients it's going to have, the more benefit it's going to be able to give to your body. Okay? So, yeah, these whole plant foods, really amazing, providing nice, stable energy because, yeah, you're getting that protein, you're getting that fiber, you're getting the carbs, you're getting the fat, you're getting all of it in a perfect package. Pick up that food that you haven't tried in the grocery store. Have you tried sugar snap peas? Have you tried jicama? It's so sweet and refreshing and delicious. And this is your life. Like, did you know that eating that arugula can make that huge difference between having disease and not? Okay? Like, I know it's just like, oh, it's just food, like, whatever. Like, I want to focus on other things in my life. Like, this could save your freaking life. Trying a new vegetable is going to save your life. And I want you to please comment below, what's a vegetable that you tried? What's that? Go to farmer's market. There's so many incredible, fresh, ripe, juicy fruits right now. Like sweet, sweet, ripe peaches. Thinking that a sweet, ripe, summer farmer's market organic peach is going to do the same thing as a carbohydrate as like a granola bar that has the same amount of calories, it's like night and day the difference of how it's going to make you feel and the nutrients it contains. Oh my gosh, like that sweet, delicious candy peach, that is straight up energy from the sun. And like getting that direct like hit of energy, there's no way you're not going to feel amazing. And yeah, that peach contains some protein and some fat as well. Did you know that? Did you know that? It has them all. It has it all in a perfect little package designed just for us to eat because we can see in color. We have these long GI tracts that were designed to process lots and lots of fiber, like upwards of 100+ grams of fiber. How much fiber are you getting in? How much fiber are you getting in? Eggs and even most of your lean meats are really a lot of fat. They're not healthy kind of fat, and they don't contain any fiber. No fiber. You're going to starve your gut bacteria. The gut-brain axis going on, it's going to make you feel stressed and depressed. You're going to get constipated. And your immunity is going to be super low. You got a lot of immune cells in there, which means that you're going to be prone to an inflammatory response, which is going to lead to a slew of diseases that most of Americans are dealing with right now. Not to mention heart disease, because you're getting animal protein and animal fat that's really unnecessary. So here I'm up at like midnight telling you that I just really hope that you can feel absolutely incredible in your body and trust that whole plant foods are sustaining and revitalizing and will have everything that you need. According to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, a healthy, balanced, 100% vegan plant-based diet is not only possible, but is extremely beneficial for you, for the planet, for your baby, when you're breastfeeding, for when you're pregnant, for your frail elderly person, and may require some supplements like B12 supplement, which honestly people, even if you are not vegan, should be supplementing because the soil is so depleted, and the animals that should be getting B12 from the soil aren't getting it because the soil is depleted, and people shouldn't be eating that much meat anyways. And when they are eating meat, they're eating fish, which doesn't contain. Anyways, I love you. Please, let's get some sleep. Sleep is one of the main causes of a lot of moodiness and cravings and bouts of rage and irritability. And it's probably my number one thing I gotta work on right now. So I'm gonna get to bed as soon as possible. And please give this video a thumbs up. I really hope you learned something. I hope you have an open mind to how you think about food and carbs, and know that whole plant foods do contain all three macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fat, and to not categorize your foods like that. Okay, you can get all of them, and just be more mindful of that. You know what I mean? Okay. Thank you so much. Leave your questions below. Have such a wonderful day. I'm sorry I'm so tired, and I'm really glad I got this video in at least. So hit me up on Instagram at vitamin.katie. Thanks for watching. Good night.